All right, this is the 10th grade counseling lesson, and we're going to be going over a couple of things. This is an interactive lesson, so feel free at any time, especially when we get to the Naviance information, to pause and pull up your Naviance account and complete the tasks. That way you'll be on track and ready for 11th grade. So let's get started. So this is just an overview of who is your school counselor. Hopefully you know your school counselor by now. This is the school counseling team. If you locate your last names, you can see who is your school counselor. We also have a registrar, clerk, and all the people who help out at Kell High School. So this presentation is going to be going over how do I plan my future, what's in store for me, what scholarships are available, becoming familiar with your transcript, and getting you ready for your next steps in your path. So we're going to be looking at reading your transcript, graduation requirements, where do you stand individually, knowing your hope status, what is hope, exploring Naviance a little bit, which is what I mentioned before. You might need to pause and navigate some of those pieces on your end, dual enrollment, and exploring more Naviance. How do your interests relate to future careers for you? So looking at your transcript check, we're going to first, this is your transcript. Now, doing this in person, we would be handing out some of these pieces for you to look at, but just to become familiar with transcripts, you obviously would need to find your GPA. If you look over here in the right-hand corner, you will see weighted GPA and unweighted GPA. You also need to check the accuracy of your social security number. So if you look, this is just an example, but your social security number would be here in this section where your information is. Find the number of credits earned and attempted. So if you look here, you will see total credits earned, attempted credits. Now remember, total credits earned are credits that you've actually received. You've passed these classes. Attempted credits just means these are the classes you've attempted. So remember, there can be a difference based on whether you passed the class or not and met the requirements for that course. So the important thing to remember is to make sure all the credits earned, including middle school credits, so maybe you took a math class, algebra, or physical science that will count towards high school, making sure that it comes up as earned on your transcript, especially if you met the requirements for that class. So that's just a little bit of familiarizing yourself with your transcript. So next we have a status report, and this is the sheet that we would have given you in person, and you can always reach out to your individual school counselor for your personal status report and an update on that. So just to this coincides with the status report. So promotion requirement review. So you guys are sophomores, and in order to be promoted to the 11th grade, these are the 10 credits that are required for you to be promoted to a junior. So you would need 2 credits of English. So right here, if you locate the first section, it's a little small, but this would be your English options. 2 credits of math. Right here is located our math section. 2 credits of science. And right here would be the science. These are what is needed to be promoted to the 11th grade. Now we're going to jump to Hope Scholarship information. My best advice would be to go to georgiafutures.org. So if you want to pause this video really quick, write that down, put up on your phone, take a screenshot. This is where you're going to find the most information about the Hope Scholarship information. And this is vital in helping you if you decide to choose the college pathway, being able to have a little bit of financial aid when you go to college, because as we know, college is expensive. So steps in looking at, am I eligible for the Hope Scholarship? On the left side, you will see the Cobb GPA, so a weighted GPA versus an unweighted GPA. A weighted GPA includes honors and AP classes. So as you can see, this is the points that would relate to that, and then including all classes. Hope GPA will look at your honors classes will not count, and then 0.5 points will count for any AP classes or IB classes or dual enrollment. And it only looks at the 5 core subjects for the Hope GPA. This is just a simple explanation. Like I said, I highly recommend going to the website because they go more into depth about who is eligible for the Hope Scholarship and what steps do you need to take. I would go ahead and start looking into this as a sophomore, so that way you'll be taking the right steps to be able to be eligible for the scholarship. So which classes count toward Hope? So you can take a look and see what classes below will count towards the Hope Scholarship. Hope counts all courses that begin with the listed numbers, so both the required and elective courses. And the course list is also on georgiafutures.org. This goes more into detail with Hope eligibility, so you can take a moment and look at this information. As you can see, noted in red, you must earn a minimum of 4 credits from the academic rigor course list prior to graduating from high school. So you can review your own Hope transcript on georgiafutures.org. That will see if you have earned those 4 credits from the rigor course list. They are listed on the website what those courses are. You can view the other requirements. Also, if you look over here, something else that is recommended is applying and completing the FAFSA, which is Federal Financial Student Aid, after October 1st of your senior year. And the counseling team at Kell does a great job of having a FAFSA signing event around that time. So you actually will be able to participate in that. Another scholarship, it is similar to the Hope Scholarship. However, the eligibility is a little bit more rigorous because it covers more finances, is the Zell Miller Scholarship. And just like the Hope Scholarship, if you just want to take a moment and look at the eligibility for that, you can also find this information on Georgia Futures. Remember that when it says covering full tuition right here, that this is just regarding your classes. So things like your meal plan or your cost of living, those will still be things that you have to pay for on your own. We really like to emphasize that because some people think that this pays for everything in college, and really it just pays for your tuition. Dual enrollment also is another fantastic opportunity for you to take advantage of, and especially being a junior and a senior, I highly recommend doing this. This program allows high school students to earn college credit while working on their high school diploma. So this is a great piece if you are wanting to go ahead and get ahead in the game and you've taken the necessary high school courses and you would like to get some college credit before beginning college. You could easily go to Kennesaw State University, Virginia Highlands, Chat Tech. Miss Givens, the school counselor, she has information on the Kell Counseling website through Kell Counseling School's website about the dual enrollment information sessions, and you can reach out to her for more information if you would be interested in doing dual enrollment while you're in high school. So these are other things, if you are interested in dual enrollment, things that you can go through and steps you can take. So now this is the part where if you want to pause and take out a device, maybe pull it up on an extra screen and minimize this. These are going to be, I'm going to be walking through these steps with you of Naviance and how to navigate Naviance. This is going to be a platform that the school counselors will be using to communicate with you for college readiness, gathering transcripts, career interest surveys, and more. So this is how you're going to log into Naviance. Make sure that you are using your Cobb County login information. And remember to pause this at any time. This is what Naviance looks like once you follow those directions from the previous side. This is the home page. It will have your name at the top left-hand corner. This is the first task that you need to do. So at this time, once you've not logged into your Naviance profile, I would pause and follow the steps below. Once you have updated your email address, these are just a couple of things that Naviance will be used for. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to have you fill out something related to the bridge loss. So pause this video and complete this step. This is the next step. So next thing you need to do is scroll down to task you need to work on. Complete task 1 by selecting learning about dual enrollment options and then take the survey. So make sure to pause this video and complete these steps. The next thing that you should be doing after you've completed the steps for the survey is you're now going to be completing the Career Interest Profiler. This does have a large amount of questions. This is a survey to kind of see what are you interested in? What would be some possible careers for you? So make sure to pause right here and complete this next step. So once you have finished that, it's going to give you a variety of career fields. And then you're going to do this next step where you're going to actually look at specific careers within the field, and you're going to click the little heart under the career. You need to save 3 as favorites. So I like to say it's kind of like when you like a photo on Instagram, you need to like 3 of these careers. And that's your next step. So pause the video and do that. And then you will have, after you've favorited 3 careers, you will then see at least, you can do more than 3, at least 3 careers under careers I'm thinking about on your profile. And you can always visit them later. All right, so obviously we're not there to make sure that you've logged out. What I would heavily recommend is to make sure to go through all those slides that I just quickly went through. Make sure to pause when I've told you to and complete those steps on your end on your Naviance portal. So just remember everything that we've gone through today is just a little quick recap. As you're at home, I would highly recommend exploring Georgia Futures, looking at Naviance, familiarizing yourself with that piece, and taking this time to get ready for your junior year. And remember that the Kell Counseling team is always here to answer any questions that you have. We're always here for you. And like I said, if you have any questions about this, you can always go back through the video, look at the steps, pause it, and do whatever you need to do. Hope everybody is staying safe, healthy, and happy during this time. And thank you for watching this presentation.